Hey guys, welcome to another video with me, Crazy Skin Dog, and today we have Castle Combe Karting Championship round number 2. So if you've watched number 1, you'll see that we had a pretty good start to the season, finishing P7 overall on the track, which ranked us 13th after the two sessions, the morning and the afternoon session, have been added together. I had a faster time than the guy who finished 7th in the morning session, so I am ranked P13. Coming into this one today, I'm ranked 4th of the drivers in the morning session. I'm driving in the morning instead of the afternoon this time, and of those there, I am the 4th highest ranked, so I will be racing as number 4 today. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on with a very low number. Kind of in theory should give you preferential grids and things like that, but we will find out, I guess. It was an absolutely wonderful day, perfect karting weather. So sunny, nice and warm, but not too warm. And yeah, this was the first of 2 days at Castle Combe this weekend. We have SRK Championship round 1 coming up at Castle Combe on the day after, but that's not the focus of this video. We're focused on Castle Combe round 2, so let's jump straight into the heats. Okay, so here we go, going out onto track, bit of tyre warming going on. Yes, it was still pretty chilly. I know it's very sunny on the camera, but it's still pretty chilly this early in the day. We started at about 9 AM, so this is probably about 9:30. Still a bit cold, but there we go. We're starting from pole as our first heat this time. Don't normally start pole as our first heat, but since we're ranked number 4, we do. So here we go, keep our eye on the lights and wait for those to go green. There they go, and we get a decent start. Look over both shoulders, nobody around, and brake nice and late off the first corner here, and a little bit of slide, but we're good, and we look clear. So we're starting well. We're happy with that. Look over our shoulders, there's a cart right on our tail there, so we're going to defend. He's going to go around the outside. That doesn't work very often. We slide a little bit. Luckily he doesn't get that extra momentum round. Defensive downhill here, and yeah, that's lap 1 done, and we're still in the lead. Good stuff. Right, let's just maintain that for 4 more laps. Decent hairpin. Look over the shoulder, through the chicane, nice and tidy. Human DRS, look over the shoulder, going semi-defensive, and then a little nudge in the back, and he's alongside, so we're expecting him to back out. He's not going to back out, and then he's got pinched against the barrier there, and we didn't give him space, but on the camera it looks like I gave him more than I thought I did in person, and unfortunately he's kind of pinched against a barrier and spun round, which has dropped him to the back of the field. Now, there's you might not be able to see it, but there's a big discussion going on between all the marshals here about the incident, and the reason why it isn't an instant black and white for me, because it almost always is in that situation. You put somebody in the barrier and they end up last in the heat, you get black and white. The trouble is he loaded me into the top corner, so he bumped into the back of me just at the end of the braking zone, which then sent me forwards a little bit, knocked me off line, and also just killed some of my drive. And that is the reason he was alongside me. So without that contact, he didn't have enough momentum to get alongside me down the hill. There we go, we see they show in black and white, just a hand up of recognition there, because I'm not going to argue that. I did put him in the barrier, so I do probably deserve a black and white. Little bit salty that the incident only came about because he did load me into that top corner, but the marshals did note that and gave him a warning for that. But as we can see, we've taken first on the road, minus 3 points though, for the black and white, so that gives us 7 points from our first heat. I mean, we won the first heat, the pole heat, that's what you need, but yeah, the penalty isn't ideal, and yeah, let me know what you think. I think it's a pretty slam dunk black and white for me. I'm disappointed he didn't also get a black and white for the loading, which led to the incident, because without that loading then he doesn't get alongside me, but it's all good. The marshals were really good. They did take a long time to think about it. They had a real good discussion about it, and in fact we'll see what they say here. as I come down the pit lane. I didn't want to moan, but I just wanted to clarify that he had loaded me into that corner. So
I just wanted to make sure it's noted because he was alongside because he pushed me out. So.
I saw there was a kind of
I understand there was a discussion because he held the black. I understand why I got the black and white. Yeah, no.
Just move up.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that I got a black and white. I try to make sure that he knows that he's.
It was noted. I think you tried to apologise on the way down as well. So,
okay, yeah.
I think you just got caught out by him.
Yeah.
You had him, but
no, I understand why I got flagged.
Okay guys, so we got the disappointment of heat 1 out the way. Just took a deep breath, forgot about it. Let's go into heat 2. It's only the first heat and I took 7 points from it, so it's not the end of the day. So yeah, we're starting P2 in this heat. Next to Aiden there. Aiden's very fast, so we're hoping to either jump him from the start or get right behind him straight away. But we will see what we manage to do. Is green light, away we go, and we get a pretty even start. No, we're going to try and tuck it. No, yeah, we're going to stay side by side, and then we're going to try and hang it around the outside, but just a little nudge, and then this guy's just going to try and push into the wall. You see I had full right lock on my steering wheel there, and I was only going straight. I think he generally didn't know I was there, but once he felt the contact, I don't know why he didn't ease off. It took him quite a while to ease off. But either way, I didn't get in the wall, and we're still relatively close to him and hopefully have enough pace to overtake him. So here we go then, third coming into lap 2. I'm going to go wide, try a switchback. Oh, that is a beautiful move, and he's going to back out of the chicane before we even turn in. That is hands down my best overtake at Castle Combe so far. Semi-defensive up the hill, he's probably still right on our tail. But yeah, that is hands down my best overtake at Castle Combe so far, I think, including all of last year and round 1 from this year, because that was just perfectly executed switchback. Got the better drive out the exit, and then inside for the chicane. Now we've got quite a gap to Aiden, and we know that Aiden is much faster than us. Well, not much faster, but he's definitely faster than us. But we're going to get our heads down and see if we can't get on his tail with the remainder of the heat. We're not too worried about behind now. We're not even looking over our shoulders. We've pulled a little bit of a gap, and yeah, it's just kind of getting a rhythm, getting a good line, and just going as fast as we can. And hoping that we catch Aiden, but as we can see, he's probably getting further away from us. There's not much chance here of catching him, but it's a nice day and we're karting. We're driving around in second place. Oh, we see a little bit of a sliding shake of the head on that corner. Yeah, so I think coming into lap 5 now, and yeah, it's been clean, nice clean heat after lap 1. That first lap incident wasn't the best, but yeah, good heat. Come around the top corner, and yeah, it's gonna be a nice easy P2, which is gonna set our day up well. A first with a black and white and a second place for the first 2 heats isn't too bad. Yeah, good start to the day. Okay then guys, heat 3. So after a poor first and second heat with lots of contact, we're hoping for a better time in heats 3 and 4 to salvage something decent for the finals. And for this one we're starting P5, and as you can see, first place is the one that tried to put us in the wall in heat 2, and second place is the one that loaded us in heat 1. So hopefully we can make some progress cleanly in this heat, but we will see. Waiting for the green light, there it is, away we go, and we get a decent start, and we're looking to the right, and we should probably stay looking to the right, but no, we slot back inside and it just opens up. I should have just dived up the inside there. It was on, but I'd already had such a contact heavy day, I'd kind of backed out a little bit, which isn't right, and then coming up the hill, better drive, and we're just going to send it. The timidness didn't last long, and we just send it right up the inside. Great overtake on lap 1 there when he wasn't really looking for us. He did look over his shoulders, but he didn't defend it at all, and we just sent it, and that felt good, that move. These two ahead are going to battle it out. We know we're faster than both of these because we've beaten them in the previous heats, so it's just about getting our head down and getting through clean, and hopefully whilst they're focused on each other I can sneak through without too much issue. And you can see they're really battling each other ahead, so we're just taking our decent racing line, gaining loads and loads and loads, and just trying to line up a move. And as we see, it opens up again, and yeah, we're going to send it this time. We're not waiting like we did on the first lap, so we get through there. He's going to try and battle us now. He backs out before the chicane, and that's us into P2, and looking good. We're going to try and gain on ahead, and yeah, that's a decent top corner, and look at that gain as we come down the hill, really starting to close up. And even better as we come round this chicane down the hill, right on his tail. So we're going to line up a move coming into the chicane, get ready, brake, nope, and just smashed from behind. And once again, yeah, you're going to see, I'm going to point that out to the marshal there. Same guy as heat 1, same situation, just loading under the braking. And I mean, that one wasn't even subtle. I've braked pretty late there. I braked later than I normally do when going full pelt. And he's just absolutely rammed into the back of me and pushed me way offline, gained from it, and overtaken me because of it, which is exactly what he got warned for earlier. And you may notice, if you're keeping an eye on the marshal by the start finish line, he hasn't been shown a black and white flag. Yeah, the talk after the heat was that there was a bit of back and forth between us, and the only other time we came close was my move down into turn 1. And I can't see, there we go, there's the flag. I'm not happy with that, and you'll hear just how unhappy I am with that, or see just how unhappy I am with that, sorry, as yeah, just a shake of the head and a wave of the hand, because yeah, it's just not on. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not interested in getting too into it. I've got no issues with the guy, but he just needs to stop ramming people, which is exactly what I said to him after this heat. Just stop ramming people. And if you do knock someone off, don't pass them, because otherwise you're going to start getting black and white flags. But yeah, right, heat 4's got to be better, right? Let's get on to that one. Okay then guys, heat 4. So for this one, we're starting in P4. We are kart number 4, and the kart we are driving is number 4. So yeah, lots of 4s, and we're hoping that that's a sign of good things. We've had 3 absolutely shocking heats in terms of contact and stuff. But we're feeling confident looking at the drivers we're with in this heat. We're feeling good. We're going to look for the lights, and Paul is just going to decide that he wants to get an early start. And yeah, he kind of rolls forward about a third of a kart length there, and then wonders why he's getting pushed back. Puts his foot on the brake whilst the marshal's even trying to push him back into place. Yeah, that's a nice tactic. Right, green light, away we go, and we're going to try and get right. We've got a good start. Just get right, get right, get right, get right. I don't know why I didn't take that space to the right. Just let that guy back in. Far too cautious, but as with the previous one, we're going to get side by side. No, we're going to lose out there as well, and there's a guy to our left, so let's not fall back into last. We are on the inside line though, so we're going to defend up there, and yeah, not get passed by that guy. And now it's heads down. These 3 are probably going to scrap each other, and I'm definitely faster than them, so I just got heads down, get through the traffic, and get a move done. So we can see first goes wide, the guy in front of us just kind of switches across the track, and yeah, we couldn't get enough drive to get side by side. So anything on up the hill, no, we've lost a load of drive. We're going to go inside, and it's not going to work. And the guy behind, we kind of park it on the apex, and he bumps into the back of us. That guy goes wide there, and we're back on his tail straight away. And yeah, a move's got to be coming soon, hasn't it? Going to the hairpin. Oh, they're both going to spin, and he's going to bounce off and end up in front of me. And that just sums up my day, really. The 2 guys ahead spin, and one of them ends up right in front of me, and I end up pinballing him further up the track. I mean, some days it's just not your day, I guess. But yeah, we're going to get back onto the back of him, and we're going to overtake him, because yeah, we're clearly faster. As I've said many times in this heat, we're just gaining and gaining and gaining, and yeah, it should be relatively simple, I'm sure. So up the hill, is he going to open up? It is, but we're going to take the race in line and just be patient, which I think was the right choice at that moment. Going to look up the inside because he's gone wide. No, we tapped him, so we stayed behind. No switch back on there. And yeah, he's just a bit all over the place, and it's hard to kind of pass them when they're doing that. He misses the apex by a mile, so that lets us stay on his back. And yeah, we're going to tuck in behind and look for a move up the hill. So here we go, overdrive, we're on the inside. He's going to cut back across, and just, oh, that's obviously a 6 of one and half of the dozen of the other incident. I've gone for a gap as he's gone left on the racing line, and then he's come back right, And as I come down here, you're going to hear how happy I am with this. Yeah, that's how happy I am with today. Yeah, that's 4 heats that are all a write-off. There's some really nice overtakes in there which are positives to take away. But yeah, that's enough of the heats. Thank you very much for watching, and check out the finals video and see if I can avoid contact. Perfect. Have a good day, guys.